Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, as well as anyone in between and beyond. And I do mean that in the most inclusive way possible. Thank you for clicking on this episode. I know it's very niche. I don't think a lot of people will find this interesting. Maybe they saw the words and were like, what? And I can completely understand that. Confusion. Thanks, brain. But if you know about it, then you know. If you know, you know. But yes, today I will talk about two mobile games called Dragon Ball Legends and Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, or Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Though the important thing is Dokkan. Okay, it's Legends and Dokkan. Okay, so yes, this is about Dragon Ball, and not just the anime, but two video games, or more specifically mobile games about these two. So a few things to talk about. At first, I want to give a little bit of an overview over the two games for people who do not know about them yet. However you could. I mean, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, then you should have at least heard about these. But anyway, I just want to quickly talk about them, at least a little bit. By the way, I'm your host, Dandy. I completely forgot about that. I am very sorry. Wow, great. Only the second episode. It's already falling apart. Whatever. So yes, there are two mobile games about Dragon Ball that are completely legit. They are both gacha games, so, you know, a lot of money to spend on these games. If you want to. If you can spare that money. Don't. But if you do, then take care, okay? Keep your finances in mind. Dokkan Battle is older, and Dokkan Battle is more akin to a card collecting game, if that makes sense. So what it is, you have banners where you can summon for units, okay? These units, these characters, they are from the Dragon Ball anime and all of the spin-offs, all of the movies surrounding it. There are constantly new characters being introduced, old characters being upgraded, updated. It's a very enjoyable mobile game, but it's also very grind heavy. Not that Legends isn't, but yeah, these mobile games are pretty grind heavy, so watch out for that. So you literally pull on these banners, you pull for units that are, I mean, at their core, 2D drawn cards of units, you know, and you can upgrade them through farming for resources. And they get stronger, and they have sometimes special abilities like transformations and so on. And you can go into stages where you have the 2D sprites of your characters battling against the 2D sprites of the enemies. And the newer characters, they will have amazingly detailed and amazingly animated super attacks. If you reach a certain score when combining bubbles of different colors, okay, that's the core mechanics of Dokkan Battle. You can choose between three characters, which one goes first, which one goes second and third, and then you collect bubbles of certain colors, and that will make the attacks stronger. Okay, and these attack animations, they are oftentimes, especially when it's special units, they are amazingly drawn, okay? They look fantastic. And that's the appeal of Dokkan, is at the core of the gameplay, you have 2D sprites of your characters, right? And these sprites, they are used for battling, and in cases of weak attacks, they will have basic punching and kicking animations that all the characters can have. And that doesn't look too impressive. It becomes impressive with the super attacks, right? But at the core, it's still 2D characters. Okay. I don't know how to explain that better. If you play Master Duel, you will sometimes have amazing animations for special cards, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, okay? But most of the time it's just cards on a field, right? And that's a little bit like the normal Dokkan characters being there on the screen versus when they do a special attack. I don't know how to describe it better. That's at least Dokkan to me. Now I have to be transparent and to be fair, I have to say that I enjoy Legends more. I'm trying to stay objective here, okay? Objective and neutral here. But I of course have personal bias in this thing. I don't want to get into prices and how much characters can cost. In Dokkan Battle, you are not guaranteed ever to pull a character on a banner. You could spend $3,000 on a banner and not get the character you want. It's a gacha game, you know. To be fair, in Legends, you are also not ever guaranteed to get those characters. To give an example of a game where that's not the case, if you take Genshin Impact, within 90 summons on a character banner, you are guaranteed at a 50% chance to pull the featured character, and if you got a 5-star, which is the highest rarity, character that is not the featured one, then within the next 90 summons you will get that. And this pity system carries over between banners. So technically you could have been shafted at a banner and then farm up enough crystals to know, oh, this banner is out. I have 90 summons. I will get this unit. There's no way around it. Okay? And that's a pity system that neither Dokkan Battle nor Dragon Ball Legends have. Let's switch to Legends. Legends is a newer game. The player bases are a bit at each other's throats, or at least the vocal minorities are. And there's this heated argument about which game is better. It's honestly stupid, this argument. Dragon Ball Legends, you also collect units that are, well, in the menu, and if you choose them and so on, 2D drawn sprites. But in-game, they have 3D models. You can actually move your characters. You can choose between striking, ranged attacks, special moves, like Krillin has Solar Flare, where you flashbang your opponents, basically, as an example, and you have special moves like the Kamehameha, which you should know what that is. And some units also have very special attacks that have really the best of the best animations. Again, it's a gacha game. So yeah, as I said, what sets them apart the most is that in Dokkan Battle you have 2D sprites. And even in the super attacks, it's 2D drawn and animated. Whereas in Dragon Ball Legends, the entire game, when it comes to the actual gameplay, is in 3D. Now, the models and the textures of Dragon Ball Legends do not look great. At least not that great. And that's always been one of the points that I've been very disappointed about when playing Legends. The textures could be better. Let's say that, okay? And I mean, let's be real. You can adapt whatever it is in anime that's happening that looks really epic or cool. If you adapt it to 3D, it will not look as cool most of the time, because you need to have certain visuals for anime that work better when they are hand-drawn and animated than when they are 3D animated. That's just a fact. So the debate of what looks better, everyone has their subjective tastes, obviously, and biases and so on. In my opinion, I do think that Dokkan Battle has better looking animations than Dragon Ball Legends has. I mean, if it's the super attacks, the base gameplay of Dokkan Battle does not look amazing, okay, with just the 2D sprites attacking others. That's not beautiful, but the super attacks are a lot better than the Legends attacks and gameplay. That's what the fuck. That's at least my opinion. Yeah, as I said, gacha game, you pull for units, you are never guaranteed to get that unit. Maybe a little bit of a better thing in Dokkan Battle is that most units that are released, 6 months later, they are available for certain coins in a shop. But you have to pull enough times on banners to have enough coins to get these units. And those coins are, I mean, you have to do so many summons to get these coins. So that's yin and yang, I guess, when it comes to that system. But they still have that over Legends, because Legends does not... They have a shop where you can use an absurd amount of tickets to get a certain unit, but those units are old. They've been released like years back, so that's also not really... That's not comparable to what Dokkan does. Dokkan does it better in that regard. Dragon Ball Legends has more interactive gameplay, and Dokkan Battle looks better in the aspects where it counts. That's basically what it is between these two games and what I have to say about them. So now let's get to the important part, which is the drama that has been coming up lately. The drama that I'm referring to is that Dokkan Battle will get new units tomorrow, because I'm filming this or recording this on a Tuesday. On Wednesday, they will release new characters from the Dragon Ball superhero movie. Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. And let's just say they fumbled it. Because what it is Beast Gohan is an active skill that you can use once per round, or once per dungeon or stage or whatever. So you cannot transform the Gohan into Beast Gohan and then use that unit, but you just have the visuals of the Beast Gohan once per instance, per dungeon, per whatever. And that sucks, because people were hyping themselves so much up, and they were so sure that it would be a Gohan that transforms into Beast, and then you have Beast Gohan to use. And that's not the case. And Piccolo got an Orange Piccolo transformation, but it's a Giant Piccolo transformation. And giant transformations notoriously suck in Dokkan Battle. So that release is shrouded in disappointment, to be fair. And the units are not out yet. People already complain about them so much, but it's understandable. Dokkan Battle really didn't deliver what they could have delivered. To make matters a lot worse, Dragon Ball Legends, a few months back, actually surprisingly released Beast Gohan. And now if you listen to what I said about Legends gameplay, you can actually freely move while using Beast Gohan in Legends. You can attack, you can throw ki blasts, you can do your ultimates, you can use the entire kit. It honestly looks amazing. It's one of the best looking units in the entirety of Dragon Ball Legends. And now there's this problem in the communities that Dragon Ball Legends actually has the arguably better Beast Gohan unit of the two games. And Dokkan players usually pride themselves on having the best units first, and that the units, if they are the same units in both games, that the Dokkan versions are better. But now Beast Gohan, the most hyped up unit in recent years, honestly, and the most anticipated unit, turns out to not be good in Dokkan Battle, or at least not as good as people hoped they were, and Legends actually did it better. That's the biggest problem in this scenario, in this case. And now, of course, Dokkan Battle and Legends players are at each other's throats once more. And honestly, I feel sorry for the Dokkan community. Now, I also play Dokkan, but honestly, I log in, I claim free rewards, and then I'll summon for a certain unit. If I get it, I'll play for maybe a month tops, then I drop the game again. Legends, every week I play Legends because it's a really cool game. I have not talked about one aspect of it that I want to get into again later, but I play more Legends and I enjoy Legends more because it's more interactive gameplay than watching 2D sprites just automatically battle it out. Okay, that's just my opinion. It's easier for grinding in Dokkan than it is in Legends, I'll give it that. But as I said, I hate grinding, so if I can just, evade the grind, then I will do that, and then I don't care which one is easier if I don't do it at all. It was a little bit of an ironic or sarcastic tweet, but I said thoughts and prayers go out to the Dokkan community. And that's honestly still true. Like, I'm sorry for you guys, okay? I'm sorry. You were shafted. Let's not talk around it. You were shafted, and you deserve better. But maybe in 2 years, Beast Gohan actually releases, and then you'll have him. I don't know. I will pull for that unit, at least on JP. I don't have stones on global. But yeah, it's not as good as even I hoped it would be a better unit than what it turned out to be. But at least I have Beast Gohan in Legends. I don't know. I have to say that the most vocal parts of each fandom are very toxic. And if you go into live streams of reveals, and I have been at a live stream or tuned in on a live stream of Legends, and they did not release hype units in that stream, and the chat was so fucking toxic, and I understand why they never answer the chat messages, because it's so rude what people are typing. And honestly, both fandoms could do a lot better at, basic human decency. I don't know. But anyway, one thing that I wanted to get into with Legends is that Legends has arguably the better story mode. Both games have a story mode. In Dokkan, you battle enemies, you go through a stage, you can pick up items. I mean, it's all 2D animated. And then you have a final battle, and then it's off to the next stage. And sometimes there are cutscenes with a little bit of text giving you, some sort of idea of what's happening. You do not have a player character. You can only use the Dragon Ball specific units that are out, okay? In Dragon Ball Legends, you have a story mode that's also cutscene, you do a battle. Cutscene, you do a battle. However, in Legends, you have a main character, okay, which is a Saiyan named Charlotte from the past, from long in the past. A character you've never seen before. It's an original character of Legends. And you can unlock transformations for this character. You have an interactive story. He's the main and focal point of this story. And there are relatives in the story of his. And there are other parties like Goku, like Beerus, and so on. And he interacts with all of them. The thing is, you connect better to Charlotte than to not having an existent player character at all, like in Dokkan. So in my personal opinion, the story mode in Legends works better. And it's more hype when you unlock something new with Charlotte, which we'll probably get soon, which is fucking hype. To be fair, it's really cool. And I can't wait. But yeah, that's enough about the whole debate. I haven't really said anything, if we're honest. I mean, at least nothing new. Again, condolences to the Dokkan players. And I actually mean that, okay? It sounds ironic. I do actually mean that. You were shafted. Still, I hope you could find some amusement in this episode. I hope you could take something with you. Could learn something new. I don't know. Maybe you found a mobile game that you want to try out. And that would be cool if I gave, someone else an idea of what to do. With that being said, thank you very much once again for listening right up until the end. If you're hearing this, you're greatly appreciated. But really, everyone is greatly appreciated. I hope you will have a fabulous day. And if not, then I still at least hope that I could make your day a little better than it was previously. Again, thank you for listening. And if everything goes well and you feel like it, then maybe I'll see you in the comments of the next episode. Until then, take care, stay who you are, and goodbye.